Good evening. It is June 10th, 6 p.m., and the Raymore Arts Commission meeting is called to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Bob Berry,
Present.
Commissioner Patricia Setzer,
Present.
Commissioner Gary Graves,
Present.
Commissioner Cheryl Cunningham,
Present.
Commissioner Jessica Berry,
Present.
Commissioner Mary Dunton,
Present.
and Commissioner Cole Young absent.
Okay, we've got plenty. Good to see everybody here. Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag, United States of America, and to the republic that stands under God, indivisible, justice for all.
Good to see everybody, and welcome new Commissioner Mary Dunton, Commissioner Dunton. Glad to have you here. And we'll go right into not public comments because we have no public today. We also have no presentations or awards, but we do have some committee updates. You want me to begin? Okay, and we'll start with the Public Arts Committee, which I'm a part of, and we have hit a snag with one of our temporary pieces of art. As good news for the artist, one of the cities bought his piece. Bad news for us because we were next in line to get that piece installed here. So we're working with Sculptures on the Move. This is the organization that's looking into our short list to see what's left and in our candidate list, and they'll give us some guidance. I'm sure this has happened before to them, or at least I hope it has, because I hope they have a path to get this here. And I'll now turn it over to Melissa. Melissa, have you heard anything from them?
I have not received a response yet from the Sculpture on the Move folks, so I will reach out again tomorrow to see if they have connections with the list of your other top entries that you chose, to
Great,
see what's available still.
good. Is there any questions or comments? Okay, yeah, our plan is to see if there's any other candidates, then Pat and Jessica and I will get together and have a new favorite for you guys. We'll show you what it is, and hopefully we'll get it here soon. Next, we'll go to
Do you want to talk about the one we installed?
No, I'm going to let you do that. Talk about the one we've got installed.
We were aiming to install 2 on the Eagle Glen Trail, one at the north end, one at the south end. We did get the south end one installed. It's a giant orange exclamation mark named Exuberant, called Exuberant, by the same artist that we had the previous piece there, so it was kind of nice. He could just take his old one and put the new one in. We've already had some really nice comments from some of our younger residents that really love it, so that's always a good thing. So that is near the intersection of South Fox Ridge Drive and Lucy Webb, and that will be for 2 years displayed there.
Okay, now on to our next update, and this will be from the Station Stop Art Party. The work group is taking care of that, and who's speaking?
Cheryl or Gary, who would like to?
I'd like to have Cheryl start out because particularly when it gets down to the one sponsor that you lined up, I thought that was kind of neat on that down there at the bottom. So I'll have Cheryl start out on that.
I just gave you those sheets for reference just in case, since the notes that we took, but whatever you want to start with is fine.
Okay, I was able to secure 250 free meal cards for kids at Texas Roadhouse through her name is Alexi. She was very kind and professional. She gave 250 and rather than 75 because 250 was the minimum, with the logos on the back. Arts Commission logo is going to be on the back. She also donated a free appetizer card for the commission members. She said she was, there's lots of things that they, do to help with organizations. They have their motto or the animal that represents their company. an armadillo, I believe. We'll get dressed up and come to the arts event if we request it.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, she also said that she would donate some plastic items for the chili event. Yeah, she was very nice. Okay.
All right, and with the two of us on the committee, I mean, this is Gary Graves. We've gotten together and made a lot of suggestions, and Melissa has already actioned quite a few of these. So, is this list available for everybody else to see?
I can share it with everybody.
Yeah. Okay, but I'll hit a few highlights. We're gonna, for the smaller kids, or for kids of any age, we're gonna get a bubble machine, because that's kind of eco-friendly, and that's kind of neat, and hopefully we'll be able to use it for other events too. So there'll be a bubble machine there. The chalkboard, sidewalk chalk, stuff little kids and big kids enjoy. There'll be a large floor puzzle, 2 foot by 3 foot, and it could be turned into a scavenger hunt. We suggested this. I had seen this done somewhere before, where if the pieces are large enough, you make a scavenger hunt out of it, and then as the kids find them, they come and add their piece to the puzzle. But it depends upon, I know, what you get in and whether it'll be conducive to that. So we're looking at that. And then friendship bracelet making. We've got visors to decorate that Melissa already has. The t-shirt art is really neat. The t-shirt has a frame printed on it, and then you take fabric markers and draw your own design inside the frame. Are those color fast when they dry, Melissa?
There are fabric markers, so they should be.
No, it's a good idea. So they'll have something personal that they did to take home. And then bring your earplugs if you sit close, because the Drum Safari interactive musical activity is also going to perform. And they're bringing how many drums to hand out to the kids?
They generally can bring 100.
Oh my.
They have a lot. It's a trailer full. And they will also have dancing ribbons as well.
So, all in all, and then of course donuts and bananas will be provided, and Arts Commission plastic cups, and Shivers Ice will be there. And then of course afterwards, it's going to be right there at TB Hanna, so the splash park will be open. If the kids want to retire to the splash park, they can enjoy that. So I think it sounds like a pretty good activity coming up here.
Yeah, it does. Thanks a lot, guys. That's a lot. You guys have definitely been busy. Thank you. Now, I have a quick question before I let everybody else ask questions. Now, did you guys reach out to Texas Roadhouse, or did they reach out to you? How'd that work?
I received an email from a previous relationship I had with them, and was, just a little. But they did, the expiration on the card, I believe, is the end of November, but she did say they would honor it anytime, so.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks again.
You're
Really
welcome.
appreciate the update. And now I'm completely lost as to what we go to next.
I do have something to add if nobody has
Well,
any
then,
questions.
let's ask. Are there any other comments or questions for our work group? No? Okay. Melissa?
I did submit an application for a grant from the Missouri Arts Council to cover a portion of our expenses for this event. It was due, before I left, so I did it Saturday before my vacation. And then I received an email late last week that said there was one question on the grant application that they failed to include on their end. So as long as they answered it by Monday, we would still be considered. So I did send that information in Monday, and I don't think I will hear super soon about whether we get anything. But I did go ahead, and the way that the grant was worded, it really is, they say that there are a lot of things that they will give you a grant to reimburse you for, but it really is heavy on the artists. So I asked for $1,500, which would be the $675 for the Drum Safari fee, and then also just toward the purchase of the supplies that we have. So, worst case is we don't get anything, but I think even if we just get that $675, they'll do a scoring system. So we probably won't find out until relatively close to the event what we may or may not get, but I will keep you informed as soon as I hear.
Great, great, even more great news. Thank you. Okay, can you release the art party? Are you sure? Yes. Okay, thank you. All right, and, well, let's get right to staff report, even though you've probably done a few of that right there. Melissa?
So first, budget update. We are more than halfway through the fiscal year. It ends October 31st. This isn't counting any concert expenses yet, but right now we're at $6,359 that we've spent. That is $2,800 toward the art party supplies and entertainment. And our Power of Perspectives event, we budgeted 1,000. We only spent 889, so there's a little bit of wiggle room there to put toward our performances. And other items add up to the stuff that we already did, the December holiday sing-along, and then just supplies like the painting, cutout, banner things. So we're doing pretty well. We have still a decent budget. We're, hopefully anticipating that we could get a little bit back toward our art party expenses. However, we did budget $4,000 for that, so we'll just see what may come up. It shouldn't be too much more, I wouldn't think, except for the things we get the day of, like the snacks and all that. And then, and we'll do some promotions, of course. And then we have 5,000, or I think 5,000 available to use toward our chili event. However, again, with donations and things and smart purchasing of the items, we can hope that we don't have to get up there, but also we will need to spend money on the medals or prizes or whatever the prizes are for the winners in all of the categories. So that's all I have on budget update. Does anybody have any questions? And then upcoming events. This Friday is our first concert to kick off the 2025 concert season. Friday night, 7 to 9 p.m., Hawkridge Park Amphitheater. We do have the new parking lot open off of Sunset Lane, the new street that just opened a few weeks ago. And that we'll have a porta potty set up at that location because bathrooms come next year with the pavilion in the ongoing phases of finally getting the park to where we want it to be. But it will be, I think, fun. And I did some paid promotions. This band has a really huge following. So I'm hopeful that we will have a really great event. Weather looks good so far. So bring your drinks, your coolers, your snacks, a chair or blanket, and please do come out and enjoy the show. And then shortly after that, we've got, at the end of the month, the Sounds of South Kansas City will be playing at the Parks and Recreation Brick and Block Party at TB Hanna Station. That's Thursday, June 26th. 5:30 to 8:30 is the event. Band starts at 6, and there will be food trucks and family games and things like that there as well. I think that's all for now.
Okay. Any questions about the upcoming events? Okay. Well, on to the consent agenda. We have an approval of the minutes for the April 8th, 2025 meeting. And I'd like a motion to approve these minutes.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor, please raise. Oh, we do that. Okay. Do we have any questions or comments or discussion before we vote?
I'll be abstaining from voting as I wasn't at the last meeting.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. Sorry, Commissioner Dutton. All right. Now, all in favor, please raise your hand. All right. That's 5 in favor. 1 abstention. And 1 absent. Yeah. Oh, you have to ask for the abstention. I don't have a Robert's Rule of Orders on me, and it's very obvious at times. Okay. And now on to new business. Scroll down, we're seeing none. We go straight to the commissioner comments. We'll start down here. Commissioner Cunningham.
Okay, I'm just really looking forward to the summer events, the concert, and the children's event, and things for the summer for our community.
Thank you. Commissioner Graves.
Oh, I'd just like to mention that, for me, bringing the plastic bags up here, for Melissa putting up with all the plastic bags, for anybody else that did, you can see the fruits of her labors right outside the door in that brand-new bench that's out there, and I think that's pretty neat that we were able to get that.
Thank you. Commissioner Setzer.
I would like to thank Melissa Harmer for everything she's done to get all these things organized for us so they can all roll these out all this summer and upcoming fall. I went to the Sounds of South Kansas City rehearsal last Thursday, their first rehearsal. 94 people have signed up and 91 showed up. We are a big, big band. And it all sounded good. The first theme should be a lot of music that's very familiar. People will like. I think our theme is Spies, 007 and some of those things.
How many of these members are standing up? Because I'm going to have to do something about finding some more chairs.
Well, there are a lot of them are drummers, and they stand up anyway. So that's a plus. I could count them. I know there are 17 flutes and 11 trombones. There's a lot of people, but I will count the percussion when I see them Thursday. Everybody else would probably like to sit down to play. It's much easier. One other thing. Last Friday, some of the choir students from Raypeck Choir, who are members of the Youth Chorus of Kansas City, and their conductor, Stephen Rue, flew to New York, and they did a concert on Sunday evening at Carnegie Hall, which is that not very many people get to do that. Pretty exciting time. They've spent 4 days out there. I don't know if they're flying back tonight or they're coming back tomorrow, but it's soon. It was a big honor, and they were in the big hall. They were in the real place, not the smaller ones. And I was wondering if we could recommend, beg the city council to have them in to recognize them at a meeting. This is a huge accomplishment, and I believe it's the first time that any of our choir kids have gotten to perform at Carnegie Hall. Is there a way to do that?
Would you like to contact your city council members? I could
Sure.
bring it up as well, but I think it would mean more coming from you.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you, Pat. Commissioner Berry.
One, I'm very impressed with all the work that's been done for the kids event. That is going to be a blast. So thank you all for doing that. That's exciting. Stephen Rue, I don't know how he does everything he does, because I know then tomorrow he's rushing right back into like the rush camp and stuff like that. So if I can help you reach out to have them, like just city council, I will. Just let me know.
I think you should. I mean, I would
The
suggest everyone reach out to your
Yeah.
council members.
Okay.
That's pretty big. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And Commissioner Dutton.
I'm very excited to join the commission and see all of the events that are coming up in the next few months.
Thank you. And welcome to the group. So glad you're here. Let's see. I have a few quick comments. Of course, always thank you to staff for all their hard work, because they do work hard, and nothing was more evident than the art show that we had back in late April. Oh my gosh, what a huge hit that was. The people that showed up, I got nothing but rave reviews and even stronger rave reviews, and people really loved that band. I kept hearing so much, oh my gosh, they're so good, we got to bring them back. Well, we've noted that. Thank you. Let's see. So yeah, a fantastic show, great pieces of work. Everybody had a great time. So can't recommend it enough. can't wait to see it next year. I'm sure it's going to be even bigger and better. Let's see. And for the whole commission, the Public Arts Committee, we will keep you guys posted. As soon as we hear something about the temporary art, we will let you know. In the meantime, don't forget, as Melissa said earlier, Yachtly Groove will be in town on Friday at 7 p.m. down there at the amphitheater. And so bring your chairs if you can and enjoy some sweet yacht rock and or R&B. Let's see. Oh, one last thing to think about. Next month will be my last time chairing the meetings. We will need new officers. Our vice chair will be leaving. That his last day will be that July meeting. And then I'll step away because I've done it too many times. I've done it for 3 years, and it's time for somebody else to grab the gavel. So think about if you want to do this. And as you can see, it can be as casual or as Robert's Rule of Orders as you want it to be. Just grab it and take control. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me with them. I'm happy to talk to you about it. As an introvert who really doesn't like to talk as much as I do, I can tell you it's not that hard. It's just wearing on you sometimes if you're like me. So with that, I will.
May I please add one thing? Sorry.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Sorry.
Staff.
One comment about the Power of Perspectives event. All of the artists said it was great. There aren't a lot of these competitions around the area. I did not know that. So they were comparing us to Blue Springs, which is a pretty big deal. And they actually said they liked the way we were doing things, and it was very organized. So thank you again, everybody, for everything you did. It was really hard work. I was like, I could not move that whole weekend. I was so exhausted. And then, yes, please contact, or you don't have to contact anybody, but if you think you would like to be nominated or nominate yourself, we will be doing those elections for chair and vice chair in August. And also, we will not have an empty seat for that long. So Cole will be leaving us. Next month will be his last meeting. He's been 2 terms. I think he came at the beginning of an unfinished term. So 5.5 years. That's really wonderful. We're very happy that Cole has served for that long, and his kids just are getting older, and they're into a lot of sports, and so it's getting difficult. But we, Bob and I, thankfully there has been a kind of an influx of volunteer applications. So Bob and I have identified someone that we think would be great to fill his space. So I'll be reaching out to that person before the end of Cole's term next month to see if we can just go right along and never have an empty seat. That's all.
No, thank you. And yeah, to reiterate, Cole's been fantastic. 5.5 years. He's helped us be a better group with his thoughts and what he's brought to us. And we're going to miss him, but we've got plans to get somebody here as soon as we can and get some more people in here, and that's always good too. So with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn for the day.
So moved.
And can I get a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor, please raise your hand. Thanks, everyone. We are unanimous. It is 6:25 and we are adjourned. Thank you.